We've been so slammed this week. Busy. It's Friday. I almost feel like I should come in tomorrow, but I'm going to be going to the Pittsburgh remodeling show tomorrow instead. I finally got to use my new Lock Boss pinning mat from CLK Supplies. Yeah. I'm rekeying. I have to rekey master key. Oh gee, 48 total locks for 6 different clients. The pins are becoming a nightmare. They're I'm starting to notice a lot of them somehow got mixed up because there's different sizes in each thing that aren't supposed to be in there. This stuff, these are the ones I'm working on now. There were 20 in here this morning. There's still 14 there, 13, 14 there, 13. And one sitting on the counter, so that's 14. These came in. This is for the Housing Authority. So these are going to, I believe these are the interchangeable cores. I'm pretty sure, unless it's them down underneath there. That could be them in that box. I haven't even gotten to that box yet. The mailbox keys or locks there. These are the ones I've done already today. I still have a lot more to go. Oh, then I have another order coming in about half hour from UPS for 6 more that need to be done ASAP by 2:30. So I'm going to have to stop what I'm doing to do his, because somebody stole the handicapped guy's car keys and his house keys were on it. They took his car and then they went in his house. And here goes the phone. All day long. I don't think I can handle another winter. This cold just... I get winter allergies. It just chokes me out. I'm coughing all the time. I feel terrible. I definitely need to figure this out, how I'm going to go. How I'm going to get out of here. Boy. Today it's about 7 degrees, so yeah, I'm not wearing my seatbelt. I just can't take it. I can't take this weather. I need to go somewhere hot, or at least warm. 40 degrees plus, that's good enough for me. It doesn't got to be 70 or 80 degrees. Also, I'm seeing now that this camera, the one I use most of the time, I had it charging all day at work and it didn't charge at all. So I don't know if I get to find a way to charge it I don't know what to do now. So I'm gonna mess with that tonight. I'm gonna go eat some Chinese. I'm gonna clean the inside of the motorhome. Alright. I also have to clean this pigsty out. When you're working 8 days a week, 7 days a week, whatever days are, the last thing a guy wants to do is clean his car. Just wants to relax a little bit. So, but this weekend we're going to the remodel convention, home show. I don't know what it is. It's down at the Heinz Field. It's actually Accu Shore Stadium now, where the Steelers play. It's a remodeling show, I think is what it's called. So me and my brother and my daughter and whoever else are going to go there. Well, it's 9 o'clock at night, still freezing out. We've had a pretty mild winter here. All in all, I don't think we've seen a total of 6 inches of snow. And it's already February, so that's not terrible. And it's these days that are below 10 degrees. You know, if the temperature is less than 10 degrees, my body can't take, or my something can't take it. I don't know what it is, if it's allergies or what. Man, I'm useless. Never clean my van out. Or my motorhome, or my van. I would have to do both of those. It's just too darn cold. So maybe tomorrow. I think it's 3 degrees right now. I'm sure not going to go out there. I could probably do a little bit in the motorhome tonight. Basically, all this locksmithing stuff I've been purchasing, I need to put somewhere, because my whole dinette's just covered with key blanks, locks, key machine, my penny mat, lock parts, just a bunch of keychain, all kind of stuff. It just, I think those cupboards that I built in the overhead, that's going to be part of that's going to be my keying stuff. Also, I went to Walmart today. This is my first experience at Walmart that I got, I guess you call it parked in, where there's cars on both sides of you, and since I can't just pull out of a parking spot with this tail swing that RVs have, I had to wait for people to leave. Because I'm pretty wide, and so the RV's pretty wide too. 8 foot, I think. The RV, not me. Closer to 6. That's going to be an issue when I start traveling. Like, really traveling full time. I never really took that into consideration. How am I going to deal with being parked in? That's definitely going to be a tough one. If you figure you have mine's 28 foot Class C. Behind my back wheel's probably another 8 or 10 feet of house. So when I pull out of somewhere, that 8 or 10 feet's going to swing out. So how do I prevent from being parked? I've already parked as far down the parking lot as I can. Just people seem to like to park next to me, and today, and it makes it really difficult. I think a parking spot's 8 foot wide. It's like the lines are almost right on. I'm right at the lines on both sides. So then I got to open the door to bring my groceries in. Today I had to use the front doors, the driver's side door, passenger side door, because they actually sit in. They're not quite the same width as the box or whatever they call this part of the house. So that's how I had to get my groceries in, so I could open the door without hitting a car next to me. And then I just sat there, freezing, because of course, again, my furnace won't work when it's cold out. But what's the point in that? My Mr. Buddy heater, Big Buddy, blah blah blah, whatever, still does not light when it's cold out. This reminds me of growing up where I had bought vehicles with, for $500 at no, you turn the air conditioner on. It worked really great in the winter, but it never worked in the summer because they're just turds. So parked in is one thing I have to look into. Heat for sure, because I bet you it's 40 degrees in here. And I know I just said a little bit ago that I'd be okay in 40-degree climates. I don't mean 40 degrees inside my camper. I mean 40 degrees outside. And with my heat on then, it'd be in at least 60 degrees in here. 62 is my ideal inside temperature. I don't like to sweat and I don't like to freeze. But the way my body feels when it's cold out is brutal. It's like I can't even explain it. It's like the allergies I get in the spring times 10 in the winter. So I'm going to work on it. Right now I'm watching Mr. Deeds. I have it on mute and I'm missing some of my favorite parts of it. I'm going to go back to watching Mr. Deeds. And we are going Sunday to the... I can never remember the name of this. At the convention. Or at the... I still call it Heinz Field. Whatever they call it. Shore Stadium now. We are going there for the remodelers show, or remodeling show, or whatever it is. I don't know what to expect from that. I'm hoping to make some good contacts, both for my electrical one and for the locksmithing side. I really can't afford to travel too far right now. Also, I did want to wait for my daughter to graduate before I left. She'll be 17 in exactly 1 month. I might talk to her and tell her I might be going earlier, but still be here for her graduation and still come back, quite a bit, even if I'm flying back or whatever, to see her. I have about enough money to get, let's see, I'm in Pennsylvania, southwest Pennsylvania. I could probably make it through Ohio. I could probably make it with the amount of money I have saved right now. I could probably make it through Illinois. Maybe. And the reason I say Illinois is because originally I was thinking of just going straight south. Now I'm thinking more of going west. Going into Michigan. Maybe if I leave in the spring, if I save enough up to leave in June, we'll see. I'd like to go to the Upper Peninsula and then spend some time there. And then head west from there. Well, south and then west. And kind of keep it up north until September, October. Then head south because I don't want to go down to Florida, Texas, or Arizona or something in June or July. I'd rather go there when it's a little cooler out and get used to it, not just go get blasted with the heat. So anyway, There's something else I'll show you here. And I got to do this without showing my address. Everybody doesn't need to see my address. This is Ross Chastain, NASCAR. The Moose he'll be driving the Moose car for 1, 2, 3, 4 races this year. That's pretty cool. So I guess I'm going to be a fan of him, since this is, again, I think the second year he's racing with a Loyal Order of Moose car. 4 races, that's pretty cool. Then we got Watkins Glen, which I love. Martinsville, which I love. I don't know the Illinois track so well. And you got Talladega, which not a real big fan of Talladega. A lot of people love it, I don't. So I'll be watching his races. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to Mr. Deeds. He's throwing the cats out the window now on the burning apartment building. So you guys have a good night, have a good weekend, and I will be recording Sunday if there's anything interesting going on at this place. Okay, see ya.